Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. I welcome all my students of first year MBBS, first year BDS to from physiology department, and we are going to start the first module. And what is that? That is the foundation module in which we are going to learn about the basic stuff which you all need to know about the subject of physiology right from day one. This is the lecture for both the BDS class as well as the MBBS class, and bit by bit we are going to learn about what are the cells, how the tissues they are working together, how the organs they are working together, how the different systems they are working to make a normal healthy human being. So let's start from one after the other. uh, Now, what do you know about the levels of organization in our body? Our body is actually the composition of so many chemicals, as you all know. And what are they? They are chemical levels. They are the various atoms and molecules that make up the human body. Most common are oxygen, carbon, hydrogen, and nitrogen. They are making the 96% of the total body chemistry. The atoms they combine to form proteins, carbohydrates, fats, and nucleic acids. Then these chemicals they actually join together to give rise to formation of a cell. Now, what is the cellular level? The fundamental unit of both the structure and function, capable of carrying out processes associated with life. They have some basic functions like obtaining nutrients, excretions, synthesizing proteins, reproducing. Some have specialized functions like muscles, cells, kidney cells, and gland cells. Now, when the cluster of cells they work together, they form group of cells of similar type, similar function, similar structure, and they are specialized to give rise to a tissue. And what is that tissue? That can be a muscle tissue or nervous tissue, epithelial connective tissues. Then these tissues they combine together to give rise to a particular form of a structure which is having a specific function. And what is that level? That is the organ. Then we do have the um, body system level collection of related organs. Body has 11 systems, that is circulatory, digestive, respiratory, urinary, skeletal, muscular, integumentary, immune, nervous, endocrine, and reproductive systems. Now, the systems they are packed together to give rise to a functional whole body, which is a human body, and they are all working with one another to give rise to a normal, healthy individual body. That is the homeostasis, that is the maintenance of internal environment and independent living. So, today we are going to focus on the term homeostasis. Now, what is it? The external environment is that environment in which we are living, that is outside our body, right? Then we have the internal environment. Now, what is it? The internal environment is actually the fluid inside our body, which is surrounding the cells, um, which is given the name of extracellular fluid, which is composed of plasma and interstitial fluid. It is essential for survival of each cell, which in turn, through its specialized function, contributes to its maintenance. Now, both these external environment as well as the internal environment factors, they continuously threaten to disturb the normal functioning of human body. If there is disruption of normal functioning of human body, we can label that there is disruption to the homeostasis of that particular person. The concentration of nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, waste products, pH, water, salts, electrolytes, volume, pressure, temperature, these all are the different factors. In addition to them, the other factors they are there too. But just for example's sake, I'm telling you that if these are altered, there is alteration in the homeostasis. And if there is alteration in the homeostasis, it can lead to a disease. The normal homeostasis leads to a healthy body. If it is disrupted, God forbid, then it can lead to the disease of that particular person. Now, Let's take the example for making you clear about what is this homeostasis, how it is contributing to our normal healthy functioning of the body. We should be knowing it according to some of the different examples of the system. Now let's take them one by one. You will be able to relate the things later on how it is possible. Later on, you are going to learn in detail about how the cardiovascular system works. But I know that all of you up till now know that what is the exact function of cardiovascular system. It is transporting the nutrients, oxygen, carbon dioxide, wastes, electrolytes, and hormones from one part to the other. Then there is digestive system. It breaks down the food into nutrients for absorption and also transfers water and electrolytes from external to internal environment. The other system, that is the respiratory system, it gets the oxygen and removes carbon dioxide to external environment to maintain the normal pH of the human body. Urinary system, it removes the excess of water, the salts, the acids, electrolytes. Then we have the skeletal system. It provides the support and protection containing the calcium and also enabling the movements. The muscular system, it moves the bones to food or away from harm. So these are all the examples which are telling you the importance that how these different structures, tissues, organ systems, they are working to maintain the internal environment to a constant so that there should be a healthy individual. Let's take the example of the integumentary skin and related structures. They protect the body, regulate temperature, prevent fluid loss, immune, defense against foreign invaders, nervous, regulates body activities uh, in response to the external signals. Endocrine, they are regulatory, and eight major endocrine glands they are there. They are going to regulate the metabolic functions, control water and electrolyte balance. Reproduction, they do not have homeostatic functions but essential for continuity and survival of species. Now, when we are knowing about the homeostasis, we should be able to know that how the system is actually being controlled in our body. In our body, there are thousands of control systems. They are there. Maybe inside the cell, maybe outside the cell, there can be variation. So we should be knowing about there can be a negative feedback, there can be a positive feedback, there can be a feed forward mechanism. So we should be able to relate them, we should be able to know them. Now, first, we are going to talk about the negative feedback mechanism. Now, always remember that most of the systems in our human body they are under the control of this negative feedback mechanism, and it is widely used, mostly used to maintain the homeostasis. A corrective adjustment opposes original deviation from desired normal level. It has three components, that is a sensor, a control center, and effector. And there is always more gain and more effectiveness is there. Then there is a positive feedback mechanism. Now only few examples they are there of the positive feedback mechanism in our body because it amplifies an initial change. It may cause a system instability and it can lead to even death of a person. That is a vicious cycle. What is a vicious cycle? Now, vicious cycle is actually that condition in which the one condition is leading to development of that particular condition more. Like if there is 2 liters of blood coming out of from the body, positive feedback may cause a death of a person. There is decrease of further blood pressure, so ultimately leading to death. There can be um it can be useful in case of blood clotting mechanism, childbirth, and even during the course of development of action potential, in which the sodium is entering the nerves and how it is going to lead to action potential. And eventually, negative feedback is going to restore if normality that is to be restored. Then the third one is the feed forward. It is a sort of delayed negative feedback mechanism, and the response occurs in anticipation. It is because of the previous experiences, the learning is there. There is an anticipation, if there is sort of any idea about taking some meals and stuff, there is automatic salivation in the mouth, there is release of insulin there. um, and also if you are being asked about to take a sort of uh, exercise some exercise or some splint, then definitely your muscles, they're going to work rapidly, they're going to be ready and right at that time, so that you'll be um, doing it more correctly. So, this is all about today's lecture. So, be regular, be with me so that we should be able to do this subject of physiology very nicely, precisely. God bless you all and stay blessed. Allah Hafiz.